Hello, my name is Peter and today I'm going to be doing a video on how to grow lychees from seed. The lychee or the lychee is a very delicious fruit. I find it a delicious fruit anyway. I know some people probably don't, but it is one of my favourite fruits. I have tried to grow these in the past and never really had much success. Seeds usually end up rotting off. I'm just going to do a taste on camera because I don't think I've ever done one on camera before. I have eaten these many times, as I said, they're one of my favourite fruits. They're very difficult to get hold of here in the UK, but they are occasionally available at supermarkets, and also you can get them from specialist retailers for exotic fruit online, which is where I got these from, along with a few other different types of tropical fruit. I tend to keep them in the fridge as they do last longer when you've kept them in the fridge, although the outside can discolour a little bit. As you can see, the colour can go from the reddish to more of a brownish colour, and these have gotten a little bit harder, the outside, since I put them in the fridge, but the taste is, in my opinion, just the same. In fact, I actually prefer them cooler anyway, as they've been in the fridge. They make a nice refreshing snack, especially on a hot day like today. We're in another heat wave here at the moment. So to peel it, you just use your fingernail, just peel it around. They are easier, I find them easier to peel when they've not been in the fridge. When they've been in the fridge for a bit, they do tend to break into little pieces like this, so it's not quite as easy to peel, but they're still relatively easy if you just go around it with your nail. So you'll be left with the inside of the fruit, which is a semi-translucent whitish coloured fruit. It's a bit like, kind of feels a bit like jelly. Inside it there'll be a large seed usually. Sometimes you'll get a small underdeveloped seed, which they usually refer to as chicken tongues, and those don't generally germinate when you grow them. Okay, so now I'm going to just do a quick taste on camera. Yeah, this is, as you can see, there's the large seed in the middle. So this one looks like a fully developed seed. And this one is quite a large lychee or lychee. Some of the others are a bit smaller than this one. There's a good amount of flesh on this. The taste is pretty sweet. Flavour is pretty difficult to explain, or at least for me. I can't really describe it anything other than lychee or lychee. But it is also very closely related to other fruits like the rambutans, longans, things like that, which also taste very similar. I prefer the lychees personally over some of the others. But yeah, this, it's just it's very sweet and delicious fruit. Has a very unique flavour. It's quite hard to describe the flavour. But yeah, it is a very delicious flavour. So once you finish, you'll be left with a seed, something like this. And what I usually do is I usually give it a good wash under the tap. Just remove any little bits of fruit that are left, as this is usually where the mould will form when you try to grow it. And this is also where the root will emerge as well from the top or bottom, depending on which way you want to look at it. But yeah, I'm going to give this a rinse and I'm going to soak it in some water, like I have with a few others that I've already eaten yesterday. So I've just had another lychee and I've just washed both of the seeds under the tap, and now I'm just going to put them in this glass of water, and I'm just going to leave them there for perhaps another day, just to soak in the water for a little bit. Okay, so it's now the 29th of December, I think in the last clip it was the 14th of August when I was putting the seeds in some water. And since then I planted 2 of the lychee seeds that started germinating in the water. I planted them on the, as you can see, the 21st of August. And so I've had them in these 2 small little pots. I think they're about 7 centimetre wide. You can see this one doesn't look too healthy, and that's because the pots kept drying out. As they're very small, they dry out really quickly. By the time I'd noticed, the leaves started going a little bit crispy. Although this one was always a little bit paler than this one at the front. This one looked much healthier to begin with. But yeah, this one dried out very quickly, and as you can see, the leaves are dead. I think the stem is still fine. So I'm going to repot these now into larger pots, into 1 litre pots, the same as these at the side. This one looks pretty healthy though. They're just growing in, I believe it's just perlite and cocoa coir. Not sure if I put any compost in there or not, but I'll be putting them into a mix with cocoa husk chips and perlite, so that should be quite free draining, and also with a larger pot volume it should hold more moisture, and I won't need to worry about them drying out as much. Like I said, it wasn't very long after they started germinating that I pushed out the first set of leaves, which I think have now fallen off. In fact, maybe these 4 were the first leaves on this one. I know there was a couple of little tiny shoots which did drop off on, I think, on this one at the back. I'll just get these both potted up now, and then yeah, they should be a little bit better than in those larger containers. Okay, so they've both been potted up now. As you can see, there was a little bit of root rot on especially the second one. A lot of the roots were starting to die, and there was a bit of that sort of typical rotten smell that you get when you get root rot. So I've tried to remove all the previous compost from the roots, and they're now in this new mix which doesn't have any compost at all. Like I said, it's cocoa husk chips and perlite, and hopefully that will be good enough mix for these to grow in. The one at the front didn't have as much root rot. I think there was a little bit. I could just smell the smell a little bit, but the roots look like they're in good condition. So just going to give them a quick water in now. This mix does drain very quickly, which is good, although it does mean I'll probably need to water more often than I would with other mixes. Okay, so I've given them both a good water in now, and I'll keep an eye on these over the next few weeks. I'm not 100% sure this one at the back is going to make it. Hoping this one will be okay. But yeah, I'll keep everyone updated with the progress of these lychee seedlings. I'll likely have to fertilise these in a few weeks, as there's going to be no nutrients basically in this mix, so they'll need some fertiliser at some point. They're also not getting any, or not much, direct sun. They do get a little bit in the afternoon, but there isn't any grow lights in here either, so they're going to be pretty slow. Yeah, the growth has been relatively slow over the last couple of months indoors, but yeah, they should do hopefully a little bit better as the days are now starting to get slightly longer, even though it'll take a while to before we notice the difference. It's going to take at least a month or two before the days get sufficiently light. Thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I release new videos. And I will be, as I said, I will be doing further updates on these seedlings. Hopefully they'll progress over the winter. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.